Alright guys, this is the tutorial for the high jump recordings. I meant to do this sooner. I apologize, I got really busy. But make sure you always go to free ride. That is the most important aspect of all this for high jump. For really any recordings, always do free ride. But once you do free ride, go select the course, whichever track it is for your series, be it the Arena Series or the Stadium Series. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and debut Sparkle Smash since it was just recently debuted in Monster Jam for real life. So we're going to go ahead and debut Sparkle Smash for the first time on the channel here. But what you're going to want to do immediately, if not already, is go to your game settings, and then from settings you go to gameplay settings you go to heads up display. Make sure it is on hide, not show. You want to make sure it is hidden, so be sure to put it on hide, and you're going to want to drive to the specific location that I'm going to tell you in this video, depending on your series and where to line up. So it's okay if you take your time, no worries. I need the high jump videos to be a little bit longer. That way the videos aren't too short. And then as soon as you get lined up where I need you to, go ahead and change your camera to slot right. That way you get this perfect angle. So that way make sure you're set up to where as long as you drive straight, you're going to hit the ramp, and then change your camera to slot right. Go ahead and hit your jump. If you land on all fours, perfect. If you don't, you land on your side and it resets you. No worries, I can definitely edit it and make it work. But if you're able to drive off, go ahead and slowly, make your way out. Make your way to what looks like an exit. Just make it look like you're going somewhere. And then right at the end, I'm going to need you to go to your settings again. So settings, gameplay settings, and then I'm going to need you to go to heads up display and turn that on. So make sure it says show. As you can see in the upper right hand corner, it gives you the height. That is what we're going to be using, or that I'm going to be using, to place you on the leaderboard. So it is very important that you show your display at the very end of the video, and I'll go ahead and edit it out. But we're going to go ahead and list the tracks for the Arena Series for those competitors in the Arena Series. So I'm using Jurassic Attack as an example. So the first stop in the Arena Series is Portland 2. Not Portland 1, Portland 2. What you're going to want to do, as soon as you spawn in, it's going to be this big jump here. You're going to want to back up all the way to the container here, and then gas it and hit your high jump. I didn't do the camera angle here just because it's an example, but be sure that you select camera slot right. But you're going to land on all fours and do whatever else it is that I told you to do. Drive away, set your heads up display back on. But the second stop for the Arena Series is going to be Greensboro, and as soon as you spawn in, it's going to be this first jump here. So all the distances are going to be different, and every one, what you're going to want to do is line your back tires up with this line. Of course, it's a longer distance than the one in Portland 2, but that's totally okay. So for Greensboro, this is going to be the jump. Line up your back tires to that line, hit your jump, you're golden. That's going to be it for Greensboro. The next stop for the Arena Series is going to be Wichita. Wichita, as it loads up here in a second, there it is. As soon as you load in, boom, there's a jump the second you load in. So what you're going to want to do is line up your front two tires with that line back here as best as you can. Line it up as best as you can. Hit your camera angle, and then boom, go ahead and hit your high jump. And then, perfectly enough, if you land on all fours, you can just go through the containers and around, and then, turn on your heads-up display and whatnot. And then the last stop of the season is going to be in Wilkes-Barre or Wilkes-Barre 2, however you pronounce it. I'm totally sorry, someone's going to butcher me for it. But Wilkes-Barre 2, make sure it's the second one. The second you spawn in, it's going to be the jump on the side of the Max D flag, the Dalmatian flag, all that stuff. You're going to want to line up as far as you can right here with that line here. Your back two tires with that line edge right there. And then again, hit your camera angle and then go ahead and gas it. I had trouble lining it up here, so I apologize. But line it up, get your camera angle, hit it, do the rest. And that's going to be it for the Arena Series. Next, we're going to move on to the Stadium Series and where you're going to have to line up for those and what stops it's going to be. So the first, or the second stop really for Detroit 2, and I realize now that Gravedigger, the legend here, looks amazing. I regret not putting him in the series. But Detroit 2, the second you spawn in, it's going to be this first jump here to the left. So what you're going to want to do is back up, line up those back tires with that line there. As soon as you're lined up, squared up, hit camera slot 2 or camera slot right, gas it, go ahead and hit your high jump. Should look something like this. The next stop for the Stadium Series is going to be in San Diego. This one's a little tricky. So the second you spawn in, you're going to want to come over here to the backflip container where this giant center jump is. And unfortunately, the backup container is in the way, but it's fine. We're going to kind of have to angle it the best way we can. Line up those back tires with that line there, and then you're going to want to you're going to end up having to turn a little bit to hit this high jump, but it's going to be right here. This one's going to be tricky, but it's okay. We can make it work. I have faith in you guys. Next up for the Stadium Series, again, another tricky one. This is going to be Glendale, regular Glendale, not 2, just Glendale with no number in it. This one's a little odd. This is the steepest jump I could find. So you're going to, as soon as you spawn in, you're going to want to come to this jump here, line up your back tires with that line, and then hit this jump. It's going to shoot you straight up. Just be careful not to hit the wall. It's a game, so not like it really matters, but just try to avoid the wall as best as you can. That's going to be the high jump for Glendale. And then the last stop for the Stadium Series is one of my personal favorite. It's going to be Oakland. The second you spawn in, you're going to want to come all the way back here and hit the steepest jump in this whole field, which is right there. You're going to want to back up all the way until your truck taps the wall back there, and you're just going to want to gas it. And I mean, look at the ridiculous height you get here. So I'm really excited to see what kind of numbers we could throw out here. But that's going to be it. That's all the stops, all the places for high jump. Again, take your time going in. You know, line up where I need you to line up. As soon as you get it squared and where you need to be, change your camera setting to slot right, and then gas it. Hit your high jump. If you land on all fours, slowly drive away. After, let's say, 10 seconds or so, go ahead and turn your HUD on, your heads-up display, set it to show, so that I can see what the height is, so I know where to put you in the leaderboards, and then you're all set. So you could either record it and send it to me on Discord, or another option I found is you could record it, upload it to YouTube. Just make sure you title it what it is. Let me know, tag me in it, whatever you need to do, and then I'll just go and screen record it. That way I can add it to the video. So if you have any questions, guys, please do not hesitate to comment down below so we can clarify whatever I need to clarify to make sure that everything's taken care of and we can make this work. And once again, guys, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining. Looking forward to the rest of Season 3, and we'll see you then.